Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. For this occasion, I would like to share about the excessive reading in the fiction. And I'm Vanessa Zama. My name 18 And next for the slide, the definition of fiction. For the According the Wikipedia, fiction generally is a narrative form in any medium consisting of people, events, or places that are imaginary, in other words, not based strictly on history or fact. A work of fiction implies the inventive construction of an imaginary world, and most commonly its fictionality is publicly acknowledged, so its audience typically expect it to deviate in some ways from the real world rather than representing only characters who are actual people or portrayals that are factually true. Fiction is generally understood as not fully adhering to the world, which consequently lives in them, and its context, such as if and how it relates to the real world or real issue, open to the various interpretation. Characters and events within some fictional work may even exist in their own context entirely separate from the non-physical universe and independent fictional universe. And from I take a short story of the death of a man-eater. For the story, I would like to share. Tigers eat flesh of other animals in the forest. Generally, tigers don't kill tigers. They like only the flesh of other animals. A tiger has to be very quick in catching other animals. But an old tiger or a wounded tiger cannot run fast. At such times, it can only catch people. People cannot run as fast as animals. Therefore, they become easy prey to tigers or other animals. After eating human flesh once, a tiger will not get any other flesh. Such a tiger is called a man-eater. Once a once a tiger in a jungle in Uttar Pradesh in India turned a man-eater. It had killed women and men in the forest. These people had gone into the forest to collect firewood, fruit, roots, and other things. After such incident, people stopped going into the forest. Then the man-eater started to visit the nearby village. Quite often, it killed people or domestic animals. The village became panicky. The concerned government wanted to do something. It requested Jim Corbett to help the villagers. He agreed to track down the man-eater. Jim Corbett was an expert hunter. He had developed a lot of experience with tiger and other wild animals. He was a lover of wildlife. He didn't like to kill wild animals for pleasure or sport, but he had not hesitated to kill man-eaters. This way only to help the people in the trouble. And the next, Jim Corbett arrived at the village with his field. The wolf was a powerful one that could kill big and strong animals like the lion, the tiger, and elephant. He had collected all the information regarding the man-eater. He selected a place the tiger used to calm their outlet. Jim Corbett built a platform. This platform was fixed on a high branch. A young buffalo was tied to the nearby tree. Jim Corbett waited all night, but the tiger did not come. Perhaps it had scanned the hiding man and his powerful. And next, Jim Corbett changed his plan. He, he went back to the village. After that, the tiger came. It killed the buffalo. Then it dragged the dead buffalo in the jungle. The villagers told Jim Corbett this news. He, Jim Corbett, then went into the forest in search of the tiger. At last, he reached the place. He climbed a tree to find out the tiger. The tiger had eaten a portion of the dead body of the buffalo. It was lying at a distance slowly and cautiously. He followed the track. He found the tiger resting after a good meal. At first, he hesitated to shoot a sleeping tiger, but then this was not a good tiger, it was a man-eater. With this thought in mind, he sent two bullets into the sleeping tiger's head. The tiger died at once. The villagers were happy, and Jim Corbett was rewarded for his bravery. Thank you for the watching, and see you.